Okay, this Dave Brockie guy, me. He seems to be linked with you quite a bit, and I'm not really sure how I get away with this. What's keeping you from coming over here and strangling the life out of me?
I don't know, Brockie. Something about you, I've decided to keep you around. It's kind of like Hannibal Lecter and Clarice, you know? It's like the world is a more interesting place for me with you in it. For now.
I'd like to know, do you have any advice for young artists who are just getting started in showbiz?
Give up. Don't do it. Showbiz sucks. It's a parasitical, vampiric kind of society where basically, unless you have a famous dad, you're
This is Dave Brockie. I am Oderus Urungus of GWAR's personal butt boy and weapons and armor assistant. And the master has been kind enough to shed some of his accoutrements so we can take a look at them and see what these things are all about. First thing we've got here on the block, these are Oderus's deadly shoulder pads. They're a weapon in themselves, designed with like spiky sword things to like impale dead babies on and stuff. Sometimes not even dead babies, but babies that are still alive. And he wears these and hurts things with them. They protect his shoulders.
Okay, next page. This is riveting shit. I swear to God, it's like I'm reading a Clive Cussler novel. A brush and a comb and a bowl full of mush and a quiet old lady who was whispering hush. Everybody wondered when we would get a new album from Bush. Except me, they suck. Okay, next page. Get over here. Page! Alright, here we go, next page. Goodnight room? Well, that's it for that? Goodnight room? Goodnight room, goodnight room. What kind of kid lives in a room like this? Nobody I know, maybe some rich brat here in Manhattan whose dad runs this place. I don't know. I didn't live in a room like this. I was born into a gladiatorial arena. Goodnight light and red balloon. Goodnight bear. Goodnight chairs. You can see how this is working up to a blistering conclusion.
Oh, if it was Justin Bieber, there'd be an army of shrieking 14-year-olds that would tear down the walls of the prison and bust him out of there. You know, Sony calls up the president. Oh, Mr. President, we got to get Justin Bieber out. Record sales are going down. He's like, send in the Marines. Everyone would love him. His re-election would be assured. That's for sure.
Dave Brockie is the singer for Richmond's famous theatric metal band GWAR.
Slam dancing's been established for so long now that everybody knows the rules. No one's, surprised when they see it anymore. Randy's obviously being accused of something by people who understand nothing about what's going on. I mean, when someone walks in off the street and sees a slam pit and a metal band like Lamb of God playing, yeah, they're gonna go, oh my God. It takes 10 days for them to process a bail request. I mean, what are they working with, clay tablets or something? You know, let's get some pack mules and send the clay tablets over to the minister of fuddy-dudderyism. It's moving right along. Oh, and here, well, look, Oderus took his head off for us. This is his brain. It doesn't work so good anymore, but he doesn't really need it. If he can actually take his head off and go home, what does he really need a brain for? All he's going to do is lay in front of the television, chain smoke, and masturbate.
I love it. I love the fact that he's a pathology catcher.
Spirited out of the country at great risk. The corpse of the recently deposed Panamanian dictator, Manuel Noriega. Manuel, how about a hit?
Alright! Dave, it takes me a little more than that to get smoked.
He's got the poke. He's got the dope. And he's on our...
The Hard Music Magazine, something for everyone. Interviews, news, and reviews. Visit hmmag.com.
I don't know why they replaced 8-tracks. Those things were cool. First I wanted to buy the Fine Young Cannibals. I don't know anything about this band, but I like the name. Asia! A band usually named after a geographical location usually sucks. For instance, Boston, Kansas, Any other band that's got one of those? Anyway, Asia was the sole exception. This super group actually redefined the way that really lousy music was played.
He does. They get inspired by your wonderful concerts as he does, and they don't have his brain, they don't have his parental support, they don't have that kind of upbringing, and they're going to go out and do that. No?
And that's what I'm trying to say to you guys. Why does it have to be so violent? Why
What
can't
is more
you...
dangerous, woman? The evening news, which is chock full of the death and the war and the hatred that the governments of this world have forced onto our people. Shows like Cops, things like football people injuring and killing each other, or something like GWAR that is totally making fun of all that stuff.
Okay. All right. Hold on.
Now, times of revolution and change, there's always black humor.
Yes, there is.
No, there is not.
What places are there?
Yes.
There always is black humor in times of change,
Okay, hold
times
on.
of revolution. I mean, it's been all throughout history and all throughout literature.
Okay, hold on a second.
I came up old school. When we were born, it was punk rock.
You have a punk rock heart and
I
beating
have a
under
punk
this
heart.
in
I
this
have a
chest.
punk heart. And everyone else can go themselves, okay?
Yeah, well, really.
Well, I mean, that was a true spirit of rebellion. Yeah. Now, the rebellion has been, like, corporatized. But let me tell you something. Those motherfuckers that are fighting the police in Kiev today with big steel bars, they never gave up.
No.
And I know that the spirit is still there.
That's the spirit of punk rock.
For all the things that GWAR is and whatever the we are, you think we're a bunch of dress-up clowns, we can't play guitar.
You're a badass lizard from another planet. Don't talk about that.
Uncompromisingly anti-everything since day one, and I will always be that way.